let's talk about the new native sunscreens. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I got my hands on these. These have been sold out. This is the coconut and pineapple native mineral sunscreen, brand new, and the version for your face. It's SPF 30 sunscreen with zinc oxide, which, let me tell you, this has 20% zinc oxide. Wow. I'm melanoma mom. I was diagnosed with skin cancer in January of 2021, and I'm on the hunt for some awesome mineral sunscreens. So I wanted to tell you the pros and cons of these two sunscreens. Okay, the lotion here is 5 fluid ounces, which is a pretty large tube, and it was together, the two together was a pack. So you can buy them separately or you can buy them as a pack together. Together they were $31. The face lotion is 1.7 fluid ounces, which is also a good size. With taxes, I paid a total of $33.17, which I don't think is bad for both the body and the face. A lot of times just one of the more expensive mineral sunscreens will be $30 by itself, like my Kula that I love. My Kula sunscreen is pretty sure it's close to $30 by itself. I think that's a pretty good deal, $31. Let's talk about the body sunscreen first, and then we'll talk about the face one. So the scent is very light. I actually really enjoy the scent. I don't know that it smells like coconut. It's more of a light, sweet pineapple scent in my opinion. I have been using this now for 5 days straight on my arms, reapplying throughout the day, and I love it. It does feel just a tiny bit tacky when you put it on at first, but then it dries down to, it's not greasy, it's not completely like a powder finish. It's more of just like a slightly tacky finish, which actually I prefer. It's very comfortable to wear. It's a very, very thin formula. So, and also it has no white cast. Look at that. Okay, so it starts out white, but then when you rub it in, it's a very thin formula, and it does take you a little bit to rub it in, but once it's rubbed in, there's no white cast. Which of course I love. No white cast, look at that. But then again, I can only tell you what it's like on very, very pale skin. So would I buy this body stuff again? Yes. Would I buy it in the scented version? Yes, because I love that it doesn't smell like sunscreen. It does say it has no oxybenzone and no octanoctate. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Let's talk about the face version. Now, the things that I love about this are that it's the same. It's a very thin formula, as you can see putting it on my face. It feels exactly the same as the body lotion in my opinion. It goes on nicely, it pats in. Makeup wears very nice on top of it. I wore 2 different kinds of foundation on top. Didn't have a problem with either, except where I wore my sunglasses that it rubbed a little bit of the foundation was like smushed over. But that could have just been the foundation's problem. The sunscreen is SPF 30, just like the body lotion, just like the body sunscreen. This is also 20% zinc oxide. It also dries down clear. You don't get that white cast. I have not tested this in flash because I'm not posing for flash photography. And I don't, you know, I can only tell you what it looks like on very pale skin. I really love this. I love that it's not too glowy. It's a little bit glowy, but it's not like a grease fest on your face. And it dries down very nicely. Like I said, makeup goes on top of it very nicely. I actually really like the way this feels. It has a sheen to it, but it's not shiny, if that makes sense. Like, it actually just looks like skin, moisturized skin. There's no white cast, and it is 20% zinc oxide, no white cast. It feels slightly tacky, but if it's anything like my arms, it will set down and not be as tacky in about 15 minutes. Okay, I'm having a bad hair day, but I now have a full face of makeup on, and the sunscreen is sitting very nicely underneath it. So I'm gonna go run some errands, and I'll check back in when it's time to touch up my sunscreen. I don't know if I will try putting this on top my makeup, or I'll just use my regular setting routine where I put some powder sunscreen on top. We'll see. All right, it's been about 3 hours. Been out running some errands. I think the sunscreen did really well. The only thing I noticed was this foundation usually stays on my nose even when I'm wearing sunglasses, but it took a little bit off, and so I don't know if that was a sunscreen underneath or just because it's like 85 outside and humid. So, but I think it still looks really nice. Yeah, it didn't pill up or anything. I have no complaints about the sunscreen. I love it. There's 2 things that I would do differently. One, next time I would buy the unscented version, because why have a scented version for your face? Fragrance can be irritating to some people. It's not to me, but I would like to try the fragrance-free version. And 2, it's SPF 30. Both of these are. And I really want SPF 50 to have a more maximum protection against the UV rays because I have had melanoma, a history of melanoma skin cancer. So would I buy these again? Yes, because one, I always layer an SPF foundation on top of my sunscreen, and this worked really well. I love it for just wearing around the house too. And 2, it smells good. And no white cast. It's so easy to rub in. I highly recommend picking up these if you see them. I hope they come to stores. Please, Native, make these available at like Target or on stores, and restock them online. So, love these. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.